I'm Lisa Prado. Some highlights of this month's broadcast are the ROTC trip to Washington, D.C., the DECA National Competition, the Festival of the Literary, Visual, and Performing Arts, and the Spring Concert. But first, let's go to a brief public service announcement.
During the Gulf War, alongside our full-time troops stood another important group of people, the men and women of the National Guard and Reserve. In fact, they make up over 44% of our nation's defense. It makes you wonder where we would be without them. When your employees need time off to serve, be a hero. Give them the freedom to protect ours.
On Friday, May 7th, 45 Air Force Junior ROTC cadets traveled to Washington, D.C. The cadets visited the Vietnam War Memorial, the Lincoln Memorial, and the Smithsonian Air and Space Museum. Nicole Barone went on location to find out more about this trip.
Hi, I'm Nicole Barone, and I'm on location with William Kilcoyne, the retired squadron commander from the 821st Junior ROTC. Bill, could you tell me about the Washington trip you guys just took?
On Friday, we took a busload of cadets down to Washington, D.C., and we got there around 12 in the afternoon. We left here about 6 in the morning to get there.
Could you tell me some of the things you saw and did while you were there?
Well, we went to the Vietnam War Memorial, and then we went to the Smithsonian Air and Space Museum for about another 4 hours in the area around there.
Thanks a lot. And now back to the studio.
On May 6th and 20th, 8th graders from Park, Terrell, and St. Bart's came to the high school for freshman orientation. TIPS, formerly known as Teen Involvement Program for Students, organized this activity so students could see how they'll be spending their next 4 years. The day included a tour of the high school, an explanation of rules and regulations by guidance counselors and administrators, and a panel of representatives from various high school clubs. Beth Andrews went on location to speak with the president and vice president of TIPS to find out more.
Hi, this is Beth Andrews reporting for Channel 34 News, and I'm here with Gar Stevenson, Vice President of TIPS, and Katie O'Connor, President of TIPS. Katie, can you tell me what TIPS stands for?
TIPS stands for Teen Involvement Program for Students.
Okay, Gar, freshman orientation has been occurring. Can you tell me what the purpose of this is?
The purpose is to make the incoming freshman students more aware of the high school and the activities they can get involved in, and to give them a general feeling of being comfortable with coming to the high school and having no fears.
Okay, Katie, what do you do with the freshmen when they come here?
Well, when they first come, they sit down in the multipurpose room, and we talk to them, and some of the administrators like Dr. Regal and Mr. Schiller and Mr. Wilkins talk to them about some of the rules and regulations, and then we split them up into the groups, and then half of the group goes around on a tour of the high school, and then the other half sits there and they watch a film, and a panel of students from clubs around the school talks to them and explains different clubs that we have here at the high school.
Okay, thank you.
And I'm here with TIPS member Mandy Kane and 8th graders
Kelly Carmichael
And Dan Sommer.
Okay, Mandy, I understand today's freshman orientation. Can you tell us what you're showing the students?
Yeah, today we're showing the Park students around, and last week we showed the Terrell students around, and we're showing them basically every aspect of the high school. We show them all the different departments. We show them all the different, like the library, the weight room, all the different gyms, the cafeteria, DECA, and we tell them about different clubs, and then all the different principals, vice principals, stuff like that. Attendance policy is told to them, and they talk, the different officers and different clubs, and that's about it.
Okay, and how do you guys like the high school so far?
It's okay.
And
That's interesting.
on April 29th through May 5th, 18 DECA students competed in the national competition in Orlando, Florida. The students competed in such events as general marketing, free enterprise, and finance. Avi Horov won 6th place overall in the free enterprise individual competition. Emily Gray went on location to find out more.
This is Emily Gray reporting for Channel 34 News, and I'm here with Karen Nicodemus, DECA member. Karen, I understand DECA went to nationals. Can you tell me where they were?
Yeah, they were held in Orlando, Florida this year.
Okay, and how did you guys do in the competition?
Okay, we were competing against about 10,000 people from all over, the United States, and we did pretty well. Avi Horov was the only one who placed, and he came in the top 10 for the free enterprise individual competition.
Okay, what is DECA doing for the rest of the year? Anything planned?
We're basically winding down, and now we're just getting ready and planning for the annual DECA banquet, which is, I think, June 6th. And there we give out awards and scholarships and give like plaques to people who have helped, like Dr. Regal and other people who have helped with DECA this year.
Okay, thank you very much. And back to the studio.
On Friday, May 14th, the Student Government Association sponsored a blood drive here at the high school. Students had to be at least 17 years old and weigh 110 pounds. Students donated a pint of blood to others that may need it. Diane Kapner went on location at the blood drive to find out more.
Kapner on location with Todd Flannery, member of SGA. Todd, can you tell us how the blood drive's going?
It's been going pretty well. We have around 50 people, and students and teachers and just community people.
Okay, and how much blood does each person give?
About 1 pint.
Okay, what are the hours? Like, how long is it going on for?
Well, we've been here since 8, and the blood drive's going from around 8:30 until 2 o'clock.
Okay, so has it been pretty successful?
Yes.
All right, well, thanks. And now back to the studio.
AFS is presently getting ready for an exciting international weekend. Members have been anxiously awaiting the moment to visit their foreign exchange partners. Now let's go to an interview with Sue Douglas and an AFS member.
Hi, I'm Sue Douglas reporting for Channel 34 News. And here with me is President of AFS, Sarah Yulnay. Sarah, what's going on in AFS right now?
Basically, we're having our last international weekend for the year. We had one back in March, and this is kind of just a reunion, just a casual weekend where we don't exactly have any definite plans, except that we're going to go to Round Valley, which is kind of a lake on Saturday, and we'll be keeping busy this weekend.
Okay, what are some upcoming plans for AFS this year?
Well, we're going to have nominations for new officers today, and soon we'll have elections for new officers and then installation for them. And, basically we just have one more fundraiser, a pizza sale left.
Would you encourage upcoming freshmen to join AFS?
Yeah, definitely. I think AFS is a great club because you get to meet people, not only in the club, but from the exchange students from different countries and make different friends. And it's kind of a laid-back club, and there's a lot of fun activities going on.
Okay, great. Now back to the studio.
On Thursday, May 13th, English and foreign language classes took a trip to medieval times. The students watched an exciting show with horses and soldiers. They also enjoyed a 3-course meal which they ate without utensils. Cheryl Wolgemuth went on location with 2 students who attended the trip, Ann Bavosa and Liz Naldi.
Hi, I'm Cheryl Wolgemuth reporting for Channel 34 News. Here with me is
Ann Bavosa
and Elizabeth Naldi. They went on the medieval times trip on May 13th. Ann, what was this trip for?
It was for English and the foreign language classes. I guess.
Liz, what did you do on this trip?
We just watched the knights fight, and we ate with our hands, and we cheered them on.
Did anything special happen to you?
At the end, the knight had to pick like a girl in the crowd to be the princess, and he picked me.
Congratulations. Was there any purpose to this trip other than to have fun?
Well, I think the senior English class is reading Beowulf or something to do with medieval times, so it was kind of for that, but that's all.
Okay, thank you. Now back to the studio.
The Student Government Association is an active organization here at the high school. The group works hard to organize such events as Homecoming, Dress-Up Day, Carnation Day, and Hat Day. Sean Considine went on location for an SGA update.
34 News, and I'm here with 2 members of SGA, Stephen Nizzo and Sean Dale. Stephen, what are your future plans for SGA?
Well, our plans are right now we're looking to have a mystery day for all seniors and everything, and also we're planning to have a barbecue at the end of the year. But I don't know about those two. We're just thinking about it. But we're definitely this Thursday, May 14th, we're having a blood drive.
Sean, are you donating to the blood drive?
I'd like to, but I can't because I'm afraid of large needles.
Okay, thank you. Now back to the studio.
For this month's edition of Senior of the Month, a student was chosen who is involved in academics and athletics here at the high school. He's a member of our state champion soccer team and DECA. Ed Sorge went on location with this outstanding senior.
Hi, this is Ed Sorge reporting for 34 News. I'm here with May Senior of the Month, Avi Horev. Avi, what activities are you involved in and out of school?
Well, I've been playing soccer for 4 years at the high school and 3 years on varsity, and I'm currently president of our DECA chapter.
And is there anything going on with these clubs that you just mentioned?
Well, soccer's over, but DECA, we just competed in national competitions, and I finished 6th place in my event in nationals out of like 150 people in promoting free enterprise. And
what do you plan to do after graduation?
Well, I'm planning on going to Lehigh University and major in business.
And finally, what advice do you have for underclassmen?
Work hard in high school so you can get into the college of your choice, because that's what I hoped for, and I did.
Okay, thanks, Avi. And now back to the studio.
It is an unfortunate fact that there are students at the high school that must be disciplined at times. Up until this year, an in- and out-of-school suspension system was used. Repeat offenders found themselves missing numerous classes. A new system of Saturday school was established in order to cut down class absences. Dana Marks recently went on location with school disciplinarian Mr. Charles Wilkins to find out more about the new program.
Hi, I'm Dana Marks reporting for Channel 34 News, and I'm here with Mr. Wilkins, the school disciplinarian. Mr. Wilkins, there was a new program implemented this year of Saturday detentions. Can you tell me how that came about?
Well, last year, in the school year, we changed the discipline policy, or I should say revised the policy. One of the things that came out of this was the establishment of Saturday school, which in essence replaced the in-school suspension that we had for a number of years. This was done, a suggestion was made by the Board of Education to go along with any suspension that we would have. Students would be also given a number of Saturday detentions to help them work on that schoolwork so they could have. Teachers would be here to monitor the Saturday detention. Most of you would have academic teachers, so they could get some extra school help from the teachers, and this is one way of doing it. We've had good success so far this year with it, and I don't know if the students like it or not, but most of the time they do show.
Okay, how do you decide which teachers are going to be chaperoning the detention that week?
Okay, each teacher in the building received a memo from me saying that we had Saturday detention and it was to be extra paid for them, and they volunteered. We had roughly 20 teachers who volunteered, so it's done on a rotational basis. We usually have 2 men and a female, and for obvious reasons, that, and it has worked out quite successful.
And what hours do the students have to be here on Saturdays?
The detention runs from 8:15 in the morning until 11:45.
Okay, well, I hope the program continues to be a success.
So do I, and so far so good.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And now back to the studio.
And now to a brief public service announcement.
Boy, I really did it last night. Got drunk, acted stupid, went home with... Who is that? What, am I stupid? How did I do this? Barry began to worry, really worry. Well, what about AIDS? Then he remembered, hey, I'm just a cartoon. I don't even have to shower. Get high, get stupid, get AIDS.
And here's Arts and Entertainment with Shannon Manigault.
Thank you. On Thursday, May 6th, the High School Drama Club and English Department held their 3rd annual Festival of the Literary, Visual, and Performing Arts. The festival was divided into several categories, such as Showcase Theater, Creativity Corner, Black Author Center, and a live taping of Channel 34 News Update. Kate O'Connor went on location to find out more about this eventful night.
Hi, I'm Katie O'Connor reporting for Channel 34 News. Here with me is Kenyatta Montgomery, a junior who participated in the Festival of Literary, Performing, and Visual Arts. Kenyatta, can you tell us what you did in the festival?
Yes, I participated in the Black Author Center where I did For My People by Margaret Walker.
What was this poem about?
It was about from slavery into now how things have changed a lot.
Can you tell us some of the other poems that people read in the Black Author Center?
Yes, Khalil Knight did Phenomenal Woman, Carla Ash did too, Negro's Tragedy and Truthful, and Tamara Austin did two. She did original one called Mother Africa, and another one, I'm not sure what the name is though.
Okay, so altogether, do you feel the night was a success?
Yes, everyone had a good time and everybody participated, enjoyed themselves too.
Okay, thanks a lot, Kenyatta. Me is Dana Marks, the president of the Drama Club. Dana, can you tell me how the festival went?
Sure, Kate. The festival went really well. It was only our third festival that has ever been done at this school, and we had a lot of participants and a lot of people came to view it.
Great, and where was the festival held?
It was held in the Media Center and a couple surrounding classrooms at the high school. And, we used Mr. Hooper's room for the Studio B to show a newscast, and we used Mr. Mason's room as the Black Author Center, and the rest were right in the Media Center.
So there was a newscast in Black Author Center, and what were some of the other things that people were able to view?
Okay, there was Creativity Corner, which is basically students wrote pieces and either read it themselves or had other people read it for them. There was a theater showcase, which people did scenes in, and there was a poets platform. A lot of poetry was read, some original and some from books, and pretty much that's what there was.
Great, so altogether the night was a success?
It was a great success.
Okay, congratulations. Now back to the studio.
Now that summer is approaching, students are wearing everything in shorts and bathing suits. Allison Wolf went on location to take a closer look at the fashions for summer of '93.
To quote the infamous Beach Boys, we're waxing down our surfboards. We can't wait for June. Ride away into those lazy, hazy, crazy days of summer. My bronze-colored tank suit that will glisten in the sun will surely make you beauty of the beach. Catch anyone? And when the sun goes down, what could be more enticing than this flowered sundress, showing off your perfect tan? Denim everywhere, not a thing to wear? Guess again. How about these comfy denim shorts that are perfect for the working girl? Camp whatchamacallit is where I'll be sporting my name, Camp Counselor. And for those romantic evenings along the lake with the head counselor from group I'll Be Watching You, this flirty denim dress accented with silver and white sandals will make you his Indian princess for sure. To paraphrase Letterman, it's a time for laughter, it's a time for tears. It's a time for remember through the years. We will always remember graduation day. From the class of '93, that's all, folks.
For May's edition of Faculty Member of the Month, a teacher was chosen who has taught math courses at the high school for over 3 years. She's a very dedicated teacher and friend to the students. Beth Andrews went on location to speak to this unique teacher.
This is Beth Andrews reporting for Channel 34 News, and I'm here with Mrs. Sharkey, who is the Teacher Feature of the Month. Mrs. Sharkey, what classes do you teach here at the high school?
I teach Geometry Level 2, Calculus Level 2, and Algebra 2 Level 2.
Okay, what activities are you involved in outside of the school?
Well, I have 3 children, so I'm quite involved with them. They swim for a swim team, and that takes quite a few practices, and Saturdays and Sundays we're involved with meets. I also go to school at Rutgers. I'm currently working towards my doctorate, so that keeps me pretty busy.
Right. Okay, and what do you think is the secret of your success as a teacher here at the high school?
Well, I enjoy working with the students. I like math as a subject. I think it's an interesting subject, and I like to instill that in my students. I try.
Okay, thank you. And now back to the studio.
On Thursday, May 20th, the Scotch Springs Vanwood High School Music Department held a festival of music. This concert included both bands and choruses, each of whom received first place, excellence, or superiors at their evaluation trip in Ocean City and Maryland. Some of the groups who performed were the Symphonic Band, Wind Ensemble, Select Chorus, Las Cantadoras. The high school repertory theater group has recently finished their production of Fiddler on the Roof. The group is now looking to induct its new officers for 1993-94 school year. Diane Kapner went on location with Rep Theater Advisor Mr. Moulter to find out about the group's upcoming events.
Hi, I'm Diane Kapner on location with Mr. Moulter, advisor for Rep Theater. Mr. Moulter, recently elections were held. Can you tell us who the new officers are?
The officers for 1993-94 will be Josh Gebhardt as president, Dana Horning as vice president, Francis Englert as secretary, and Colleen Kraft as treasurer, all underclassmen next year.
Okay, will you be losing any valuable seniors to graduation?
We're losing 22 seniors from the cast of this year's show, some of them among the best performers we've had in the long run of repertory theater. The answer, we always lose valuable people because they have experience.
Okay, and do you have anything planned ahead or for next year?
Right now, we're in the process of convening a play reading committee to choose a show for next year and looking into the prospect of several fundraisers to put into effect toward the end of this year, beginning of next year, because of the rather high cost of putting on a musical production.
Okay, well, thank you.
You're welcome.
And now back to the studio.
The SPF-HS Flag Squad is one of the many groups from the high school that went to Ocean City, Maryland to compete in the music department evaluation. Led by captains Jean Luciano, Jessica Barba, Christine Mahler, and Noella Torella, the squad worked hard for the past few months preparing for their competition. At the evaluation, the Flag Squad had to perform their routine twice due to a judge's error. Their first performance was not counted and they got to do it again. For their second performance, they gave an outstanding show, received an excellent rating, and were pleased. Now preparations for next year's squad are underway. Emily Gray went on location with one of the Flag Squad captains to find out more about their trip.
Hi, this is Emily Gray reporting for Channel 34 News, and I'm here with Jean Luciano, captain of the Flag Squad. Jean, I understand the Flag Squad went on the music department trip to Ocean City, Maryland.
Yes.
What do you guys do for competition there?
We make up about a 5-minute floor show. The captains make this floor show up with twirling and blocking, and we do it in the gym.
Okay, how did you guys place in the competition?
We came in first place.
Okay, are you happy with that?
Yes, we are.
Okay, congratulations. And back to the studio.
We'll be back after this message.
Excuse me. Do you wear your safety belt?
Why, no. I don't wear my safety belt.
Thank you.
You could learn a lot from a dummy. Buckle your safety belt.
And now here's sports with Amy Murphy.
Thanks, Lisa. The Raiders baseball team has had an outstanding season so far. The team beat New Providence in the quarterfinals of the county tournament and went on to play May 22nd in the semifinals, but lost to Union. The team has a winning record of 14-5 and feel they owe a lot to their ace pitcher Todd Flannery, who has been doing an incredible job on the mound despite his recent shoulder operation. Kate O'Connor went on location with center fielder Lamont Gonzalez. Now to the report.
Hi, I'm Katie O'Connor reporting for Channel 34 News. Here with me is senior Lamont Gonzalez, a member of the boys varsity baseball team. Lamont, can you tell me how the season is going so far?
Sure. Right now we're currently 13-4, and we've been winning a lot of good games, and our team's been playing real well.
And who are some recent standouts?
Well, we have a good pitcher, Jason Washburn. He's undefeated right now, and Tony Tomas has been hitting the ball, and Steve DeTrillo.
Great. And when did county start?
The county started 2 weeks ago, and we've won 2 games, and we're in the semifinals.
Are there any more games to play?
Yes, we have an up-and-coming county game against Union this Saturday in Rahway, and we have a state game against Nutley on Friday.
Okay, well, good luck, Lamont, to the rest of the team.
Thank you.
Now back to Amy.
The softball team has not been pleased with their performance so far. They have a losing record and have been eliminated from the Union County and state tournaments. Although the team has not been as successful this year as they had hoped to be, they continue to strive towards success and have recently proven this true with their 7-4 victory over Newark East Side. Ed Sorge went on location with softball's first baseman, Colleen Haight, to find out more.
Hi, this is Ed Sorge reporting for 34 News, and I'm here with Colleen Haight, a member of the softball team. Colleen, how's the team doing this year?
We're doing okay. It's been a rather disappointing season. Our record is 6-7.
And I hear you just had counties. How'd you do in counties?
We lost first round to Oak Knoll, but we had a lot of people missing due to the band trip and the DECA trip, so that hurt us a lot.
And who are some key people this year?
Amanda Selinger, who's a junior, has been doing excellent in the field, and Annie Keegan and Karen Squires have been hitting well and playing well in the field.
And when does the season end?
Next week we play Linden as our last game.
Okay, thanks, Colleen, and good luck in the rest of your season. Now back to Amy.
The golf team has been doing extremely well this season under new coaches Leonardi and Cicatelli. The team so far has a 9-2 record, losing only to Westfield and Cranford. The team placed second in their conference and county tournaments. Surprisingly, they were knocked out of the state tournament, missing the cut by only 19 shots in their match at Rutgers Golf Course Wednesday, May the 12th. The team also hosted their annual tournament, the Raider Tournament, on May 1st at Scotch Hills Country Club. DJ Lewis went on location with golfer Phil McClemens to find out more about the golf team and their successful season. Now to the report.
Hi, I'm DJ Lewis on location with Phil McClemens, who's on the golf team. Phil, you want to tell us a little about the golf team this year and how you guys are doing?
This year we're doing pretty well. We won 7 matches and lost 2 to Westfield and Cranford. We came in second in our conference and in our county, and Duncan McGinnis came in second in the county, and we had our own tournament which Sean Considine won.
That's pretty good. And what about states right now? What's going on with that?
We had a state region meet at Rutgers, but we didn't qualify for the state tournament at Echo Lake.
All right, well, thanks for coming out here and congrats.
The volleyball team here at the high school has also been extremely successful. The team's record is 14-2, losing only to Elizabeth twice in the regular season. The team made it all the way to the final round of the Union County Tournament, where they once again lost to their toughest component, Elizabeth. Elizabeth is the only team we ever lose to, commented Coach Zorro after the upset. 3 members of the Raiders squad were selected to the All-Union County Tournament team. Kelly McLaughlin was the only one to make the first team, while Sandy Bannock and Akemi Tanaka both made the second team. Now let's go to the report.
Hi, this is Lauren Trainer on location with Akemi Tanaka, co-captain of the varsity volleyball team. Could you just tell me a little bit about how your record so far?
Right now it's 14-2.
Okay, thanks. And you just went to counties. How did you do?
We placed second overall, and we went into the finals with 11-0 record, and then we went into the finals with Elizabeth, and we got second place.
Okay, and I heard some people made county teams. Could you tell me about that?
Kelly McLaughlin made first team all-county, and Sandy Bannock and I made second team all-county.
Okay, thanks. Now back to the studio.
The track team here at the high school placed first in their conference with 146 points. From there, they went to the county tournament where they finished second in the championships to Elizabeth on May the 14th. There were many standouts in this tournament, including Eric Bowser on high hurdles, Jason Ramsey on pole vault, and Lori Watkins on high jump. Congratulations to the track team for their many victories. Karen Nicodemus went on location with track team sprinters Calvin Walls and Adam Cody. Now to the report.
Hi, I'm Karen Nicodemus reporting for Channel 34 News. I'm here with 2 of the sprinters of the Scotch Plains Family High School track team.
Adam Cody. Calvin Waller.
Calvin, can you tell me how your season's been going so far?
Well, it's going real well. We're still undefeated. We have a meet today against Irvington, and we hope to win. And things are looking pretty good for us.
Okay, who are some of your key runners?
Me, Adam Cody, Tyson Andrews, Eric Bowser, Jason Lilly. Those are some of the real key members, and Kenya Montgomery. Those are the real key members.
Okay, and Adam, I understand you had a conference over the weekend. Can you tell me how that went?
Yeah, the conference championships were last weekend, and we placed first in our conference. We had 146 points, and the pole vaulters took first, second, and third. Eric Bowser took first place in 2 events, and Sean Roberts also took a first place, which helped us out.
Okay, well, good luck to you and your team, and now back to the studio.
The Raiders tennis squad has had a challenging season this year. The team has a victorious 15-4 record. They were defeated by Montville in their quest for the state sectional tennis title. Diane Kapner spoke with Pete Beckus to find out more. Now let's go to the interview.
Hi, I'm Diane Kapner on location of Pete Beckus, #1 singles player for our boys varsity tennis team. Pete, what's your record so far this season?
Right now, our team's record is 15 wins and 4 losses.
Okay, and what's your personal record?
My personal record is 15 wins and 4 losses.
The state tournament is going on. How are you doing in it?
Well, about a week ago we played our first round match against Mount Olive, and we beat them pretty easily. And just yesterday we played our second round match against Montville, and we didn't do so well. We lost by a score of 4-1, but Kevin Squires came up with a big win for us at number 3 singles.
Okay, and in your match against Westfield, how did you end up doing?
Well, overall, we ended up losing the match by a score of 4-1. I personally won, and the only reason I won was because Diane over here was sitting in the stands cheering me on. And if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have been anything.
Thanks, Pete.
You're welcome.
And is there anything else you want to add about your season?
Well, at the very end of the year, around June 5th, the day after the senior prom, there's a state singles tournament, and that's where all the number 1 singles players from all the different towns meet in Mercer County. It's right near Trenton State College, and there's a big tournament there. And that's about it.
Okay, well, good luck in that.
Thank you very much.
And good luck with the rest of your season.
Thank you.
Now back to the studio.
Although all players are valuable for the overall success of the team, there were a few that stood out in the coaches' minds. This month's MVPs are as follows. Golf, Duncan McGinnis. Volleyball, Kelly McLaughlin. Softball, Tanya Tucker. Baseball, Todd Flannery and Jason Washburn. And tennis, Pete Beckus. That's all for sports. Now to Amit.
Thank you, Amy. Summer's on its way, and as the days get warmer, students at the high school are heading down the shore. Students are laying out in the sun with little or no sunscreen at all. The result of this is sunburn. Emily Gray went on location to speak with one of the nurses to find out the dangers and cures for sunburn.
Hi, this is Emily Gray reporting for Channel 34 News, and I'm here with Mrs. Potter, the school nurse. Mrs. Potter, with the warmer weather, lots of students and other people are going out trying to catch the sun, get a tan and stuff, but they don't know all the harmful effects. Can you tell me a little bit about sunburn?
Yes. Summertime, we all like to be out in the fresh air and the sunshine, and what people don't realize is that an overexposure to the sun can be very dangerous. Not just sunburn to our skin, which we can all see, but danger to our eyes. The sun's rays, the ultraviolet rays, are harmful to your eyes. They also, and later in life, if you have a lot of episodes of sunburn, can cause cancer, skin cancer. One of the most dangerous being melanoma, which has a high mortality rate to it. So it's really very important that we all keep that in mind. When we go out to have our fun in the sun, we should be protective of ourselves. Some of the things that we need to do to protect ourselves is to watch the amount of time we're out in the sun, especially at the beginning of the season. Limit yourself to a short amount of time and build it up gradually. Wear sunblock or sunscreen with at least a sun protection factor of 15 or greater. Under 15 really doesn't give you much protection, so it has to be at least 15 or more. Wear long sleeve blouses. Light colored is better than dark because the dark absorbs the sun rays and the light would reflect the rays away from you. When you're out at the beach, sitting under an umbrella or swimming in the water is not a protection from the sun's rays. The sun rays actually penetrate the water and reflect off the sand underneath an umbrella. So you still need to be aware of that time that you're spent out, even under the umbrella or in the water. The other thing that we all forget about, I think, is on a cloudy day, everybody thinks that the sun's rays, the clouds are protecting us from the sun rays, and they aren't. So you need to be aware and account for that time as well, even on cloudy days.
Okay, do you have any tips for when you do get sunburnt?
Yeah, when you get sunburn, you treat it just as you would any other burn. Apply cool compresses that'll take away some of the heat from the skin. It'll take away some of the pain. There are over-the-counter medications for sunburn, but your best bet is if you should call your doctor. If your sunburn is very bad, you may even have sun poisoning, especially if blisters start to develop. And that can be very dangerous, and you really would need medical help if that should happen.
Okay, thank you for your time.
Okay.
And back to the studio.
As many know, there is much blood being shed in what was formerly Yugoslavia. The Bosnian Serbs, Muslims, and Croats continue to vent their anger toward each other. Many men, women, and children have already been killed or injured. This leads us to this month's poll question. We asked 100 students, what do you think the United States should do about the problems in Yugoslavia? A, the U.S. should use air power to prevent genocide from continuing. B, the U.S. should send both air power and land troops to restore peace to the area. C, the U.S. should stay out of the problem and let Europe solve their own problems. Or D, undecided. And now let's get some student opinions.
My opinion on Bosnia, we should go over there and bomb them and fight them and bring in all our troops, the Marines, Navy, Air Force, everything, and take care of the problem.
I think the United States should stay out of the problems and let Europe solve their own.
I believe it's not only the United Nations problem, but it's a worldwide problem. This whole universal community should come together and unified as one as to try to help and make this problem cease to exist. Many millions of people are dying, so we have to stop it.
I think that the United States should stay out of the problem and Europe do it by themselves.
Now, I believe that American troops should be sent to Bosnia in order to promote peace. I mean, we should prevent another Holocaust. I'm not saying that it will happen, but it just might. So just promote peace. Send in the troops. Thank you.
The results of this poll question were that 46% said A, the U.S. should use air power to prevent genocide from continuing. 20% said B, the U.S. should send both air power and land troops to restore peace to the area. 25% said C, the U.S. should stay out of the problem and let Europe solve their own problems, and 9% were undecided.
For this month's edition of Critics Corner, Dana Marks chose to discuss the views on homosexuals in the military. Now to the tape.
When reflecting on my childhood, I realized that I was raised to have a very open mind. I've always been accepting of others who choose a lifestyle different from the one that I choose to lead. I have strong feelings about my country, which has always represented freedom and equality for all. The exclusion of a specific group from any organization or activity because of their lifestyle goes completely against what this country means to me. In the past year, the topic of gays in the military has been prominent in the news due to the Clinton administration. It is my opinion that a homosexual man or woman is able to do a job just as well as a heterosexual man or woman can. In a combat situation, homosexuals have proven themselves time and time again, as illustrated by the recent recipient of the Soldier of the Year Award, which was given by the U.S. Army to a soldier for heroism during the Persian Gulf War. This soldier acknowledged his homosexuality and is being dismissed from the service. The Army can't afford to lose such courageous people. This country consists of many different groups well beyond homosexual and heterosexual. There are religious groups, ethnic groups, political groups, and many more. All of these groups expect to be listened to and to be treated fairly, but they do not always show the same consideration to others. The most important and influential group is the family unit. When children are growing up, they are subjected to the opinions of family members as well as community. These viewpoints are not always positive or favorable. Often, children are taught very outdated popular opinions. For example, that homosexuals or any other group different from their own are horrible things that you should never go near or allow to have equal opportunities. If I were to join a branch of the military, I would fight in combat next to anyone so long as they have the same training and skills as myself. People often argue that homosexual men will be raping heterosexual men and that lesbians will be forcing heterosexual women to perform sexual acts. That argument is not valid. Has anyone stopped to think about how many heterosexual men rape women in the armed services right now? Or how many heterosexual women use sexual favors to enhance their positions? I think that an unwanted sexual advance or any other sexually inappropriate behavior, no matter who did it to whom, should be dealt with individually under the law. It is my view that a person's sexual preference is irrelevant in the armed services. You are there to do a job, and your private life is your own business. Homosexuals have been in the military for years without anyone's knowledge and have not stuck out as a group for any specific reason. If you don't ask a person what their sexual preference is, then you'll never know. I think that everyone should be viewed as a person, not straight or gay. I hope that the Clinton administration does the right thing and opens up the military to everyone who is qualified, with no questions of sexual preference, as is currently done with race and religion, for example. I don't think it will be easy to do, but I believe that the government will do what is right.
Thank you for joining us for this month's edition of Channel 34 News. Please stay tuned for Channel 34 News Update, which immediately follows this broadcast. For Lisa Pareto, Shannon Manigal, and Amy Murphy, I'm Amit Ogo saying take care and thank you for joining us.